I'm staying low because there's bullets flying overhead. So air horn. Oh, real bullets. Honk, 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 honk. We got up after finally getting back to sleep and did some awesome flying. Have you ever sat in the dark listening to the sound of bullets as they whiz by? It sounds super cool. But worrying if one is going to hit you tends to take all of the fun out of it. This went down around midnight, long after we had gone to sleep. I'm camping here with off access because we wanted to get here nice and early to do some long range flying. Sleeping away here in my tent, and I wake up, just lying here awake for a few minutes, and then I hear, and then, I'm like, what? Huh? And I'm like still half asleep, and I hear it again. There's 5 or 6 of these, and then after 5 or 6 it stops, and then like a minute or two later it happens again. So like the 3rd or 4th time I hear it, so I yell out to him, or I hear him say something, and we're yelling back and forth, and one of us mentions that it sounds like bullets, and then right away I can tell, holy crap, that's what it is. That was bullets flying past our tents. And now I've never been shot at before with real bullets, so I'm not 100% sure, but they sounded very close. If they were more than 40 feet from our tents, I would be very surprised. I think they were more like 30 feet from our tents. I get out of my tent, well actually I have in my tent, because just in case of bears, I have an air horn and bear spray. So I'm like, someone's shooting, they don't know we're here, or what? So air horn. Oh, now it works. Holy crap. Last night, I pressed this thing 15 times and I was hammering it against the ground and it never worked once while we were being shot at. That's crazy that it works every time now. But since it wasn't working, and I'm ducking down while I'm doing this. Like I'm staying low because there's bullets flying overhead. And I come over to my truck and I just lay on the horn, like honk, 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 honk. And I'm pressing on my horn on and off for like 30 seconds. And then I get back to my tent and I just out of anger and pissed off, I screamed, "What the f-?" As my throat is still a little bit sore because I screamed it so loud. Apparently off access here said he heard someone say, okay, we heard you. I used to shoot guns with my dad as a kid. It's totally fine. Shooting guns is awesome. My brother's a firearms instructor. Nothing wrong with guns. But when you are an absolute imbecile, an absolute idiot with a gun, that is dangerous. Just around that corner is off access's car, right where these plants are on the side of the road on the left. So right behind those plants is his car, and then our tents, and then my truck. I did not walk far. There's those plants back there at the corner. And then here is the items that they were shooting. And it didn't have a loud pop to the gun. I was wondering if it was a 22, but that doesn't look like a 22 bullet hole to me. I don't know. It looks like they were shooting something a little bit bigger. But these are the items they were shooting. Coffee cups and stuff. That looks like that's a bigger round than a 22. So yeah, the stuff they were shooting was right there. I don't know how they were shooting it or what they were doing. If they must have had like something set up on the table or something like that, or maybe I can't imagine where they had them set up. But there, I could tell from where the headlights were, they had a vehicle that was like right here, I think parked at the side of the road here, because the headlights were like dead solid straight up to that corner when I got out of the tent and was looking this way. So they're using their headlights to light up what they were shooting at so they could see it. Parked here, headlights that way. The bullets were going through the trees over there. We could hear them going within 30 feet of our tents, going through the trees. I just thought it was a pretty idiot-proof general rule that when you fire a gun, you put your target in front of a huge, tall pile of dirt so that there's no way you can shoot anybody. That seems pretty basic. But somehow, these absolute morons were firing their bullets right here, and they were whizzing over top of our heads as we slept. I wish I'd got their license plate. I was still half asleep and freaked out about like meeting these people or whatever, because after all of this, we could tell like they stopped shooting when I honked and stuff and yelled, and then they couldn't turn around here, so they drove up past us, and then like 5-10 minutes later came back down the road past us again. And they also just finished shooting at me, so I figured maybe I should just leave it alone. You can tell it's the next day. I'm still kind of worked up by that. Guns are totally cool, just not in the hands of f***ing idiots. Anyways, the next day, we got up after finally getting back to sleep and did some awesome flying, which you'll probably see some of now. Camera angle restored. I don't like it. At least the guys weren't firing a gun that big last night. I don't even know. Because there definitely wasn't like a... All right, I'm gonna do another flight up here. I've done a few warm-up flights here. And this is actually my very first long-range video that I put on YouTube, was flying this back when I was flying with the Hero 5 Session. It's a pretty cool spot to fly though, so I've been wanting to come back here for a long time, but the road is so brutal. It's super hard to get up the road down here to this place. But this time finally made it. Me and Off Axis here braved the scraping of his car and my truck. Both were scraping on the way up, but it was worth it. All right, so I'm gonna take the Rad Lion up here and do some flights along these ridge lines, and diving down this thing in this little sort of gap in the middle, and then there's also a slice in the rock that I'm gonna go through where you kind of lose video for a minute, and then dive down over top of it. Okay, let's go for it.
Vision changed from black
there's some, actually, those I think were probably a couple of my best dives down that gully in the middle there. That one was really good. It was really hard to nail that, going through the slice in the rock and then coming up and trying to get just the right approach above it, that you're looking down inside that slice. That's the shot I did, you know, years ago when I flew here, and I was trying to like redo it now with the Hero 12, but I'm not sure I nailed it quite as good as I did before on the other try. In any case, there's some really fun flying there. Wow. Okay, now I see what you're talking about. You can't even see that other ridgeline. Yeah. All right, so I'll blow up this footage, like zoom in or whatever, so it makes sense for you guys. But if you look here, you see this one ridgeline. I'll put an arrow or something. And then you see this other one in the back. Well, there's another one in between those two. I dove 2/3 of the one that's in between those two. I can't explain why I had video when I was doing it, because as you can see, it's behind a bunch of solid rock. I don't know how that worked. And video, I had actually like some scattered, like almost usable video going through that slice in the rock.